Today we're making Christmas treats. Okay, the first thing we're going to make is Buckeyes. So let's get right to it. Well, hello, we're back. The kids are going to make the treats. I'm going to help by overseeing. So the first thing you guys want to do is take the butter and put it in your bowl. Tyler, you do that part. Yeah, what you said. Put your butter in. Ada, you do.
Put it all the way in.
Yeah, push it down low. Put it down low. Pour it in. Ada, you pour it in low. We're gonna put your peanut butter in there. Scoop it out. Let him hold the sieve for a minute. Good job. Turn it over, yeah. Just like Eric's doing. Okay, so now we're gonna take your oh wait, I'm sorry, the vanilla. Aiden, put your vanilla in. Half a teaspoon of vanilla. Up, go in there. It's a full teaspoon for the whole recipe. We're doing half with Eric's kind of chocolate and peanut butter, and wait, not peanut butter. Half with Eric's chocolate. You can have peanuts now, and half with actual chocolate. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to add a cup of powdered sugar through the sieve. We don't have a sieve. We got a screen. So go ahead. Just pour it in there. Oops. Just a little bit. And give it a little. That's good, yeah. Give it a little. It's okay. We're just shaking it. So.
Yeah, it tastes good. Like powdered sugar.
It is powdered sugar.
It is? I thought it was flour.
No. It's snowing! That's why I put the thing down. You don't even really have to hit it, you just got to shake it back and forth. Oops, just threw some on you. I just think it works better when you hit it. And now that we sufficiently made a mess, now what do I say about the bigger the mess, what?
The better it tastes.
Bigger the mess, the better the taste, that's right. So now what we're going to do is, probably gonna wipe up some of this powdered sugar. We're gonna mix that up and we'll be right back. Okay, so we are all mixed. So what you guys can do is you can take a little ball, a little amount in your hand, a small amount. Yep, and roll it in your hand to make a ball. Make it about the size of a marble, maybe. Let me see what you got there, Eric. Good job. There, perfect. Oh, you did a great job. So you're gonna keep doing that. Hold it up so they can see. This way. There you go. So they're gonna roll them all out, and when they're all done, we'll show you what the next step is. Okay, so we're back with the Buckeyes. We got our little peanut butter balls on the plate. Eric is using a non-dairy milk, and Eric and Aiden are using non-dairy milk, but it's mostly for Eric. Yasmin and Tyler will be assembling the ones that have milk in it. Their chocolate is still melting, or being melted, I don't know what the word is. So we're gonna start with Eric's first, while his is already melted. We don't have to worry about it hardening up on him. So what you're gonna do is, hold on, let me tuck this into my shirt. Beep. You're gonna take your ball, a toothpick, and you're gonna stick it in. Don't go straight down, because then you go like bloop, you're gonna drop it out. I kinda wanna go on an angle. Okay, see how it's rolling around on my thing? And you're gonna roll it around in there like that. If you can't get it out, if it falls off, see, you see what I'm doing? Is everybody looking? I'm just rolling it around in there. If you can't get it out, you can always use the fork. Like mine's ready to fall off of it. And you just right across the side. And put it down. Just like that.
Need to be fully covered?
No, because it's supposed to look like an eyeball. And then I go back in, I just pat those close. But I'll do those after they harden up a little bit. Okay, so you start with that. I'll be back on when they got their chocolate, because it melts a little bit differently. So Eric's chocolate melts differently and it melts a whole lot quicker. Okay, so I'll put it this way. See how you don't want to get those big puddles in the bottom. Okay, so let me get theirs and I'll be back. Okay, here are the ones that the littles made. They did the best they could, and they're the ones eating it, so I think they look fabulous. And then over here, we're gonna be doing chocolate dipped pretzels also, but we're not doing them today. But Mr. Eric didn't want to wait, so we dipped one for him.
Unfortunately, I forgot to hit record while Yaya, Tyler, and I dipped our Buckeyes, but here's a picture of how they turned out.
Okay, so now we're going to make kind of like a sugar-coated marshmallow. I don't know what they're called. They taste like marshmallow Peeps. That's all I can say. So what do you need? Eric, you need some cherry jello. We need some green jello or lime. You're gonna need some large marshmallows. You're also gonna need some baggies. So I have one right here with 3 marshmallows in it. But the marshmallows aren't really supposed to go in first, so I don't know why I did that. So I'm just gonna take it back out. We have gloves on our hand, 1 for sanitary reasons because we'll be eating it and maybe somebody else will be. And 2, because the jello could stain your fingers. So in our bags, we're gonna take, I'll do 1 and then you guys can do it, okay? Whatever one this is. I'll take this one for now. I each pour it in your thing, just a little bit. Okay? So this is a red bag. You take your Peeps, dunk it into water. Dunk, dunk. This is the easiest, quickest candy recipe I can give you. Shake off the excess water. Boop, boop. Yaya's looking in the bag. Right in the bag. Yep, it's gonna get colorful, don't worry about it. And shimmy shake, shimmy shake, shimmy shake. Shimmy, 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 shimmy shake. I just inhaled. Look at that. Let me see if I walk one over to the camera. That's what they look like. Then you just stick them right on the thing. You could decorate these up with like eyeballs and things like that with little chocolates or whatever. But we're just gonna do it this way because we're also gonna do chocolate marshmallows. So right now, this is what we're going to do. We'll do a bunch and we'll come back and show you what they look like. Okay, we're all done. Let me bring it around so you guys can see it. Oh. Look at that. Oh, almost tipped them too far. How easy was that? Just some Jello, some water, and some marshmallows. And these are gonna taste like Peeps. So I'm gonna let them dry a little bit and then we're gonna stick them in a bag. On to our next treat. Here we go. Whoop. Okay, gotta do the taste test. Ready guys? Set, go. Ooh, yummy. Mmm. What's it taste like?
That is like real Peep.
Tastes like a real Peep?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's sweet. Mmm. Wow. Very good. Very good. On to the next one. So the next treat that we're making chocolate covered pretzels. We have gluten-free pretzels for Eric, regular pretzel rods for everybody else. We have little tiny sprinkles. We have chocolate and vanilla bark, and then we have some sprinkles, Frosty the Snowman, mint candy cane sprinkles. So what we do now is we melt the chocolate and get to dipping. Okay, so what we did was we took the chocolate bark, we put it in the microwave, we hit it for 30 seconds, and then again for 15 more seconds until it was melted. And we put them in the cups so that they have a taller vessel for the pretzels to dip in. Yeah, you can put that down the plate. So all they gotta do now is take their little cups. I'm gonna do the first one. I'm gonna show you on Tyler's. Really, oh look, there's the hair tie I was looking for. Got one in my hair, one in my arm. You just gotta kind of tip it a little bit and then roll it right like that. Shake her off a little bit like that. See what I'm doing? Just letting that little piece drizzle off. You know, get as much of the excess off as you can. Just like that. We're doing white chocolate, not real chocolate for Eric. We got the non-dairy. And Yasmin's gonna do the regular chocolate. Give it a go, y'all. See how you do yours. Here's his. And then we have some sprinkles or some drizzle, depending. That's good. Just one little, yeah. Now give it a little swirl. There you go. Now turn it up like that. Yeah, that's good. So there you have it. We're gonna continue on and then we'll come back when we get a little farther along. Since the melting chocolate melts so easy, what I'm gonna have them do is, yikes, is put the sprinkles on while it's still a little bit warm. Kind of like, I hope you can see that, kind of like that. All right, so we're gonna get back to making them. These are all done. I'm gonna bring them closer to show you. It was just simple. Melting chocolates, microwave, dip the pretzel, add some sprinkles. Okay, here go the gluten-free, non-dairy chocolate dipped pretzels. And these were done by the kids. Very, very simple. And here go the regular chocolate with traditional pretzels. Nothing special about them. They just wanted to sprinkle them. They didn't want any drizzling, so there you have it. So now we're on to Thin Mints. These can be made two different ways. One is by, hold that up, just a pack. Taking these Thin Mints, open them up and melt them and dip Ritz crackers. Or you could use melting chocolates and some peppermint extract or whatever you call it and dip it in there. Then what I will tell you is to get the ones with no salt. The reason for that is it changes the look of the Thin Mint when you're done. So I do have salted ones. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dip them, but when we set them down, we're gonna set them the salt side down. So we'll have a smooth outside layer. And we're just gonna dip them the same as we did. We're gonna get to unwrapping these. We're gonna hit it in the microwave, 30 seconds at first, and then 15 seconds, not minutes, until it's melted. And then we're gonna dip the crackers in it. These are dairy, so we cannot do it that way. I may do Eric's with his chocolates in a little bit, but for now, we're just doing the Thin Mints. So let's get to unwrapping. They got a lot of unwrapping to do. Okay, so now don't mind my bowl because we're reusing it. We took the Thin Mints, I put this in there and started melting it. Let me see. See how we got that? And what we're going to do is we're going to take the cracker, I'll move it over so you can see, and we're just going to dip the cracker in that and lay it on some wax paper, not parchment paper, so you can get it off later. All right, so this is the technique that we're using. Here's the salt side, no salt side. We're sticking it in, just giving it a little dunky dunk. And then we're using a fork to take it out with, just to tap off some of the excess. Hold that, y'all. And then we're taking it over to the pan right here, and we're using the other fork just to slide it like that. And we're going to repeat that method over and over until all of the chocolate is gone. There go the kids' Thin Mints that they made. So our next Christmas treat is going to be Christmas crack. We're going to be making it 2 ways, one with dairy, one dairy-free. So here are the ingredients, not the measurements. I'll give those to you over there. You're going to need a sleeve of crackers. You're going to need a stick of butter. So this is the non-dairy butter, that's the dairy butter. You're going to need some brown sugar. Good. You're going to need a cup of chocolate morsels. I already say that. And we're gonna drizzle some chocolates on there. So you can put it down, baby. We're gonna drizzle some chocolates on there, but we also have more sprinkles. So we can use sprinkles, chocolate, whatever we want. So let's get right to it. I need you to come on over here with me to the stove. I did forget one ingredient. That's a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla or almond. I like almond, I just don't have any today. I thought I did, but I don't. So we are making a half recipe for each. So I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, but I will put the full recipe in the box below. The first thing we're gonna do is melt a 1/4 stick of butter. There you go. Take your butter and put it in to melt. This is already melting. I've never worked with this butter before. This is my first time. This is the non-dairy version. So we'll see how it works out. I'll let you know. Also, while this is melting, just keep an eye on it. What I did was I took a pan and I lined it with some foil. And I made like a little bit of a well, because we are going to be pouring this over top of crackers. So I made it a well, 4 this way and so many that way. So we have 20 crackers each. And you need to spray this with some non-stick spray of your choice. Move it around your pan. While we get this melted down, we're going to add the vanilla and a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Okay, so the butter has melted. It wants a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. I would prefer the almond one in mine. That's really a half, but I got as close to a 1/4 as I could. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. Put it in there. All right, so we're going to bring that to a boil, and then we're going to let it simmer until it gets to like a caramel consistency. You do not want to walk away from this. You want to babysit it because it can burn. So it should take about 3 minutes. So let me get this to a stopping point and then we'll be back. So that's how I have the crackers in there. They're all ready to go. Okay, the non-dairy is taking a little bit longer than the dairy. So she's going to continue to stir while I take over here. So what do you see? You see it looks like kind of caramel consistency? That's what we're looking for. So we're going to pour this over top of it, and we're going to put it in the oven for about 5 to 7 minutes. So let's just get it on top. See how caramel that looks like? That's right, yeah, just keep stirring. She's doing good. I've never cooked with that other stuff before, so I don't know how long it's going to take for that to get done, or if it's ever going to get done. I don't know. All right, so this is going to go in the oven on 400 degrees for anywhere between 5 and 7 minutes. And then I'll show you what that looks like when it comes back out.
If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video.
Okay, so they're out of the oven. So I have about a cup of, these are Eric's morsels. And we're gonna leave them sit on there for just a few minutes because they're gonna melt, and we're gonna spread it around. We just give that a second to melt. You see it's already starting to melt on top of the crackers? That's all we're gonna do is we're gonna let them melt down and we're just gonna spread them around. So let it do its thing, and when it's done, I'll come back. Okay, got the chocolate it just melted, just sitting on top of it. Just because they came out of the oven. Now, the kids have decided they want the same sprinkles that they've been using on there, which are these. Am I in the frame? Which are those. So I'm going to pour some in my hand. And we're going to sprinkle these all over the place. Whoop! And spread it around. Now, we have to wait for this to cool. You hear it all hitting the stove? I don't know how it's hitting the stove, but we just have to wait for these to cool, and then we're going to drizzle on some other, like white chocolate on top if they want. If not, then we're just going to crack it. Okay, there you go. And there she goes. Cool it off. Okay. So, that's what it looks like. Just put some white chocolate. We just went crazy with it. It's not going to matter if it's not perfect, and I'm going to show you why. Okay. It's called crack because you have to crack it. You just break it off in little sections. Just like that. And then you'll see what looks like, if I can get one to break, you'll see what looks like candy inside of it. See that? All right, there you have it. So you can see it cracks just like that. Okay, there are our Christmas treats. We have the Thin Mint candies, the Buckeyes, chocolate covered pretzels, more Thin Mints up there, some dairy-free chocolate covered pretzels, some dairy-free Buckeyes, some of the marshmallow treats, and a Christmas crack. You might be wondering why I only have a couple of those. Because my grandson messed up the whole batch. Because he turned on the oven when we had them sitting in there. And that's what happens when you put your stuff in the oven so that it doesn't get bothered, and then somebody decides to make cookies. They're all flat. But you know what? They still taste really good.